Okay, so I've been following Girl Meets World, and for those of you who have not been watching it, I'm going to give a review of a few episodes, and for those of you who have been watching it, you can discuss the things you liked about the show, point out some things I missed that you think were interesting or deserve to be discussed. Okay, so episode 2 is titled Girl Meets Boy, and basically the plot synopsis of the episode is everyone in the class is only really communicating through their cell phones. They're not really talking to each other face to face. So Corey takes away all their cell phones and gives them an assignment where they have to research communication throughout history and see if technology has in fact improved upon it. And they have to do so without using computers, cell phones, anything like that. They have to do everything old-fashioned with books. And so the four main characters, Riley, Maya, Lucas, and Farkle, go to the library where Riley and Lucas end up getting to know each other a lot better. And we discover that Maya is a really good artist. At the end of the episode, Corey gives Maya a smartphone because Maya never owned one before because her family was too poor. Sean Hunter! And Corey asks Maya to basically report to Corey about everything that Riley is doing, which can either be taken as really creepy or really heartfelt and concerning. And since it's Corey, it somehow ends up being both. And it works out. Episode 3 is titled Girl Meets Sneak Attack, and the basic plot of the episode is a girl in class, Missy, is flirting with Lucas. Riley gets jealous and asks Maya and Farkle to help her learn to flirt so she can impress Lucas and hopefully get Lucas interested in her and not Missy. That's the basic plot of the entire episode. At the end of the episode, Lucas kind of just says to Missy, hey, you want to go on a date with me to the movies? Well, can I bring all my friends along? Because they're more important to me than you are, basically, is what he says. So far, Lucas hasn't really shown a lot of character development, not a lot interesting happening with him. This episode kind of shows that he puts a lot of importance on friendship and their kind of values, which I really like. So we're starting to get a lot of development with Lucas. There are a few things I would like to point out in the episode that I found quite interesting. The title, Girl Meets Sneak Attack, may be a reference to Boy Meets World.
Sneak attack! I learned how to sneak attack. I learned that when a girl beats you up, and I'm not going to use any names, Opangate. It's code. That's code. Shh. I learned that you never let that girl know exactly when you're going to sneak attack her. I'm going to get you! Tomorrow at 3 o'clock, I'm going to sneak attack you!
Matthews!
Sir, yes, sir!
You are a disgrace to this university, to this country, and humanity in general.
Wow.
Drop and give me 20.
Fine. Dude, you better pay me back.
The episode title could be a reference to Eric's sneak attack thing, or could just be random coincidence. I feel like they are trying to do a lot of little references to the old show as much as possible. Another thing in the episode that might be a reference to Boy Meets World, or it could just be a coincidence, the girl who is flirting with Lucas is named Missy, which could be a reference to a character from Boy Meets World, Missy Robinson, who was flirting with Corey when he was going out with Topanga in season 3. Other thing I would like to point out about the episode is Farkle. In the episode, there's a scene where he says he's willing to help Riley learn to flirt with Lucas, and Maya kind of goes, why? I thought you loved Riley. And he says, I do, I love both of you. I want you guys to be happy. I thought that was really, really nice of him, putting his friends before himself. It's a nice character development. I mean, just based on the pilot alone, I thought Farkle was just going to be the smart comic relief guy, not really going to have a lot of character development, but I'm seeing that he's starting to get that. So, go Farkle. Okay, episode 4, Girl Meets Father. And this one had a really big Easter egg to Boy Meets World that I wanted to make the video about, and that's why I'm doing this. But I'll get to that at the end. First, a brief recap of the episode. So there's a dance at the school and Riley wants to go to it, but it has to be the same day that her and Corey always ride the roller coaster at Coney Island, sort of a tradition. And of course, Corey doesn't want her to go to the dance, wants to keep daddy-daughter time as long as possible, but Riley's, wants to grow up, meet boys, that kind of thing, get away from the father, as all teenagers do. There are a few things in this episode that I thought were kind of cool, kind of calling back to the old Boy Meets World, there's a scene when Corey gives Farkle an assignment back, and he got an A on it. He goes, A number 700, and does a kazoo thing, which might be a reference to Boy Meets World, where Minkus and Topanga were discussing how many A's they had, and Minkus said they both had 699 each, but Topanga said, oh, she had 700. So Farkle getting that 700th A might be a reference to that. There's a point in the episode where Corey asks Augie to report on Riley about something, and he's explaining it to Corey, and then he goes, dun dun dun, and then tells him, which also reminded me of an episode of Boy Meets World where everybody was locked inside the high school. It was in Sean's dream world thing. They were all being killed, and every time somebody would say something, like, so that means, and then Eric would jump in and go, dun dun dun. However, the big Easter egg that I noticed, and really it's not even that big, but I really liked it, and that's why I wanted to do this. It's not something that anybody points out in the episode. It's only something you notice in the background if you're paying attention to. It's the school that Riley and everyone attends is John Quincy Adams Middle School. And the school that Corey and all his friends attend was John Adams High. Rowan Blanchard continues to amaze me as an actress in this show. She's doing a really great job of portraying Riley. I mean, and kudos to the writers, the directors, show producers, whoever puts any kind of input into developing the characters of the show. It is a character that really says she is the daughter of Corey. You can see so many similarities, and I really, really enjoy that. And that Corey and Topanga are really the same as themselves in Boy Meets World. We can still see their old selves in this show, and I really like that. As for Farkle, Farkle is really growing on me. In the pilot episode, he was like either funny or really annoying, and for the most part it was really annoying. But as each episode goes on, he's kind of been toned down a bit, and I like it better this way because he's actually bearable as a character. Augie is still really, really cute, and he'll probably stay really, really cute the whole season, just like Morgan was in Boy Meets World. Maya does this thing, and she's done it a few times before, and I don't know how she does this. I don't know how she does it, and it just bothers me. I want to know how to do it so I can do it. So every episode we learn a little bit about Maya's backstory, about her family, where she comes from, everything. And it's really pointing towards this kind of like troubled youth, poor family kind of thing, a lot like Sean was. And I'm feeling like this is going to become a very big arc throughout the course of the season, or possibly multiple, kind of like Sean's thing was. And I really look forward to seeing that, and hopefully to see it played out differently. In this episode, fourth one, we find out that her father left her for another family, which did not happen in Boy Meets World to Sean, so it's at least that much different. So I really, really want to see how this works out, and I hope it is pretty good. When I first watched the pilot episode, I thought the show was going to be promising, but I wasn't sure if it was going to be any good show that could hold its own, or that if it was going to make Boy Meets World proud. And so far, I gotta say, it is doing a good job of being a fantastic show to watch. And it's not really ruining Boy Meets World because Corey and Topanga, so far the only characters, other than the cameo by Feeny, who have appeared, and they have been really true to their characters. So I would recommend to watch the show to anyone who enjoyed Boy Meets World. Or if you have any kids, young teenagers, or people around the age of 10 to 13, watch the show because it's a good show. It'll really help the kids learn some valuable life lessons, and it's fun to watch. And for the older group of people who watched Boy Meets World, they'll enjoy seeing Corey and Topanga again. And if the Girl Meets World wiki is of any indication, which it probably isn't because it could have been easily submitted by fans because there's absolutely no source for any of this, but I'd like to hope that it sounds right based on known facts about the episodes. We will be getting to see a lot of good cameos, such as Sean Hunter, Amy and Alan, Corey's brother Joshua, Minkus will be back, and I will be here to review every episode that they show up in, just to see if their characters hold true to Boy Meets World, like Corey and Topanga did. So anyway, for those who do watch it, Please feel free to add some comments below. We can start up a discussion about what you like, what you don't like, what you want to see. Try and get other people interested in the show. It's a good show, and anyone who hasn't seen it, if you guys are interested, try to watch it. It airs Friday nights on Disney Channel. If you don't have that, go get Netflix or something. I don't even know if it's on Netflix, I really don't. So I hope you enjoyed the review, and I'll see you guys again soon.